Good afternoon. Welcome to XOTIC PC's video review of ASUS's new G75. This is the DS71 version, and we're glad that we can bring you this video review today. We're pretty excited about this new ASUS model. A lot has changed from the previous G74, and throughout this video review we'll be showing you some comparisons to its previous model. On this G75, it does come with that new third generation Ivy bridge. It's a 3610 quad mobile. For graphics, it comes with a 660 from nVIDIA, and it does have 2 gigabytes of video RAM. We haven't seen any other systems with that video card in there, so later on here in the review we'll show you some 3D Mark Vantage scores with that graphics card. For RAM, it does come with 12 gigs at 1600 megahertz. On a lot of these new gaming systems from all the top 3 gaming laptop manufacturers, we're seeing 1333 megahertz sort of being a thing of the past, and they're all coming standard with 1600 megahertz speed. So it's kind of nice that that's on this system as well. For storage, it does have dual 750 gig hard drives, and for optical drive there, it does have a 4 times Blu-Ray Reader as well. So thank you for joining us today on this ASUS G75 video review, and we'll get started. Okay, next thing we want to do is just really sort of highlight the looks of the G75. They've done a lot different from the previous G74 and even the G73 models, and we'll highlight certain aspects of this new system throughout this review. Some things to note: they've continued with this rubberized material on the palm rest area, which is really nice for comfortability. Around the keyboard, hopefully you can kind of notice there, it is a brushed aluminum, and it's actually metal. It's not like a coated plastic or anything, but it is a little bit lighter tone than the G74. And we actually have a G74 up here for you, just so you can take a look at how they compare, and we'll be doing a lot of side-by-side comparisons throughout this review. Looking at the back panel, it does have the the ASUS logo with the Republic of Gamers logo on there also. This is also like a hard rubber finish, which is really nice. Okay, next we just wanted to show you how the G74, the previous version there on the there on the left, and the G75, the newer version on the right, sort of compare side by side. Once again you'll notice that the G75 has been slimmed down some. It doesn't sit as tall. The keyboard itself, you can sort of see the thicknesses there, of how the G74 compares to the G75. The G75 has been slimmed down some, which I think is nice. You can see the indicator lights here, which we'll go over in a minute. But on the G74, they're actually up on top here. But hopefully that gives you, some perspective of, what they look like sitting side by side, and how much more slimmed down the G75 is. Okay, next thing we want to go over with you is the screen. This is a 17.3 inch matte screen that we had mentioned. It is a full HD, which is pretty common. I mean, any gaming laptop you get nowadays is going to be full HD high def. It is a really nice screen. We're just going to run some 3D Mark Vantage graphic tests here, just so you can kind of see the graphics on it. The wash on it, I mean, in my opinion, I've seen a lot better screens. It does wash out a little bit from side to side. I'll actually swing back here. You do see some slight reflection in the screen. That's from the backlighting that we're using for this video review. It's not typical household or office lighting. But you're not seeing hardly any reflection now. The wash on it, like I'd mentioned, it is washing out more than I would like to see. But screens are going to perform the best, looking at them straight on. When we tilt the screen back here, we can sort of see the wash. You'll see some of that reflection I had mentioned. And like I had mentioned too, that's not typical lighting conditions. The screen is washing out pretty good from the bottom. At about that angle, it's it's starting to wash out pretty good. Coming down from the top, it's not great, it's not bad. It's definitely not washing out as much as from the bottom. But using your laptop at this type of angle really isn't that common. And with screens, they're going to perform the best from side to side, and your optimal screen clarity is is going to be straight on. So hopefully that gives you some perspective into the screen. I guess just on a little side note, the screen hinges have changed. They do a dual hinge now, whereas previously on the G74 they had a sort of just one giant hinge. And so I think on this G75, having that dual hinge has helped cut down on some of the bulkiness of the system overall. Okay, just going over some of the ports here. Can't see the blue in there. Those are two USB 3.0 ports. To the right of that, that's that new Intel Thunderbolt port, which is nice. We're only seeing it on these G75s. You do have HDMI. This is your LAN jack. VGA port, if you want to plug into an external monitor. Your power plug's in here. We don't have it plugged in right now. We're just running on battery. Swinging around to the back, there's no real ports on the back. They have completely redesigned the exhaust vents on this G75, and we'll sort of swing over here to the G74, and hopefully you can sort of notice how much they've redesigned the look of this G75, and pretty much everybody here at XOTIC PC is just loving these new G75s and G55s, and we're getting some great customer feedback as well so far. I'm sure you can notice the red LED lights there in the exhaust vents. That's something that is not stock on the G75. It's actually a customization option that we can do for you, and it's something that's kind of nice. It's fairly inexpensive. I think it's right around $90 or $100, and we actually install LED lights in there, and we call it our Afterburner effect, and we can do red or a couple other different colors, but it's just another customization option that we like to offer our customers, and it actually really goes over extremely well. A lot of people do get that option. Sort of hidden in there, that's going to be your Kensington lock jack. Swinging around to the left side, you do have two more USB 3.0 ports. There's a total of 4 on here, which is nice. Going back over to the ports on the G74, It only had one 3.0 port, so it's nice to see that you know, they've given you so many 3.0 ports. Optical drive. The optical drive on this is a Blu-ray reader. Some of the other versions come with just DVD, CD combo drives or Blu-ray burners. So definitely check out the tech specs or the configuration page to see, you know, what optical drive your system comes with, and of course, if you don't you know, utilize an optical bay or excuse me, an optical drive that much, I don't. You can of course put in you know, a solid state drive or a hard drive in there or something else. Finishing up the ports here, this is a 3-in-1 card reader. ASUS does give you that sort of that fake SD card, which is nice to keep in there. It helps keep dust out and different things. You do have a microphone and a headphone. Swinging away around the front, there isn't any ports or anything in the front. The only thing is you have a set of indicator lights. Starting on the left, this is just going to show, it's sort of like your power on. If your computer's in sleep mode, this is just going to flash. Next we have battery. The flashing one that you're seeing there, that's our hard drive indicator, you know, indicating that there's hard drive activity. Just to the right of center, out of the 6 lights, that's going to be your Wi-Fi. Then we have a caps, and then finishing up, that far right one is going to be your number lock indicator. So overall, ports on this are pretty good. You do get 4 of those 3.0 ports, and you do get that Thunderbolt Intel port as well. You know, and like we had mentioned, that Afterburner LED lighting customization option, that's something we can do for you. A lot of customers really like it, and it just adds some more, you know, some more personalization. Okay, just going over the area above the keyboard. That's where your speaker system is located. It is like a slightly mid-gray tone mesh. You have Sonic Master technology speakers located under there. Your power button is located there on the right, and then the ASUS Rogue button just sort of lets you select some different options as far as, you know, what you want to do. Going over to the G74, the prior model, you'll notice the upper area is just all flat black tone. The mesh here is slightly different texture than on the G75. Okay, I just wanted to go over briefly the keyboard and point device. And as we do this on this new G75, we'll actually be comparing it to the previous G74. They did bring back the backlit keyboard, which is nice. It just comes in standard white. We'll kick the lights off for you here in just a second and show you how much that really illuminates. They don't have any sort of, you know, user interface software or anything like that, like MSI does, and actually now Sega does on a couple models with their backlit keyboards. So, I mean, I would like to see ASUS, you know, have some sort of user interface where, you know, you could go in and customize the keyboard. I mean, out of the 3, you know, gaming laptop manufacturers that we sell, you know, ASUS, MSI, and Sega, they're the larger manufacturers, so, you know, in my opinion, they have the resources to do it, and I'd just like to see them do it. When you come down, they actually put in this sort of, this is actually brushed aluminum. It's not a hard plastic, it's actually metal. If you look back to the G74s, this was just, it's actually metal, but it's a little darker. So it's nice to see that, you know, on these new G75s and actually G55s, that they've taken on more of a two-tone look, if you will. The keyboard itself and the keys themselves, it's actually the exact same keyboard from the G74. One thing that they've carried on that I like is they have this not really recessed, but they provide you with quite a bit of room for your up, down, left, right arrows, which is nice. You know, that's definitely marketed towards the gamer, having that in there. The point device itself is really nice. The keys are extremely loose, especially compared to some of the, you know, MSI models that we've reviewed. And the touchpad itself, I also think is really nice. It's not recessed down, it's kept level, which is nice. I mean, I like it. It's the same touchpad that they carried back from the G74. And actually, when you do get your laptop delivered to you, there actually is plastic on here, so you're going to want to make sure to, you know, remove that. And they just put that on there to protect it and, you know, keep it safe during shipping, and you know, makes it look all new when you do get it. So there is plastic on there, so make sure to remove that. Okay, we kicked the lights off here for you just to show you the backlit keyboard on this G75. And like we had mentioned, it does come in the standard white. Right now, ASUS, you know, doesn't have that customizable user interface or anything like MSI. However, if you don't want to go with white, you could, say, go with red. One of the great things here at XOTIC PC that we can do on these G75s is we can customize a keyboard for you. It's fairly inexpensive, and if you don't want the white LEDs, you can go with the red LED lights under the keyboard. So, you know, definitely let us know if that's something you're interested in. The white is really nice, but you know, it's always nice to individualize, if you will, things a little bit, and you know, personalize your computer. So if you don't want to go with the white, you can go with the red. Otherwise, all in all, it's a really nice keyboard. It illuminates a lot of light. You know, like I had mentioned, you know, the only thing I did wish is that, you know, it did have that, you know, customizable ability, but since it doesn't, at XOTIC PC, we can customize it for you and make it red, or we do have, you know, quite a variety of color options for you. So definitely check that out on our website. Okay, the next thing we wanted to go over here with you is some 3D Mark Vantage scores. This does, of course, have that nVIDIA GeForce GTX 660M in it, and then for CPU is that new Ivy Bridge 3610 Quad Mobile. The score you're seeing, you know, right above 12,000 is actually a pretty good score. We were expecting to see a little bit less coming from a 660, but that's right on, you know, the scores that we were seeing with the 670. So, you know, even though ASUS put in, you know, a slightly lower version of graphics card, that's still you know, it's still a great score. Next we'll pull up here is an overclock score, and the overclock score is coming in right above 13,000. Not really that great of a boost, in our opinion. You know, when we were overclocking the 670s, we were seeing that number hit, you know, 14, almost 15,000. Maybe a slight disadvantage to the 660 is that, you know, you can't overclock it, you know, quite as high as the 670. This is like a max score. This wouldn't be a very, I guess, safe level that we probably wouldn't overclock it to, but we wanted to, you know, see if we could max it out and see how high we could get it. And you're only getting, you know, 400 more points, so you know, not the greatest overclocking scores by any means, but you know, still a fairly good GPU. You know, like we've mentioned in other videos, looking back to the 560s, 460s of last year, you know, we weren't even coming close to overclock scores hitting that high. So it's still a great GPU. You're going to see phenomenal graphics when gaming. Have no problem gaming whatsoever. So definitely a great score. One thing to note, if you're not comfortable overclocking this G75, that's something that we can do for you. We provide it on, you know, a service for on all of our laptops, and it's fairly inexpensive, and you know, it then puts the liability on us, so you know, we make sure it gets done right and, you know, to a safe level and temperature. So hopefully that gives you, you know, some perspective into what you know, what this 660, you know, can do as far as 3D Mark Vantage scores. Okay, the next thing that you'll see pop up on the screen here is some thermal images. And here at XOTIC PC, we're always sort of looking for, you know, a new perspective that we can offer, you know, viewers like yourself. If you look at areas like the keyboard, you know, it's around 80 degrees, which is about normal for a laptop, you know, of this size. The palm rest area is actually cooler than we expected. You know, keep in mind that, you know, those temps are actually really good. Anything below body temperature, which, you know, is right around 98.6 degrees, is all going to feel cool to the touch. So, you know, overall this laptop is, you know, running pretty cool. You know, if you look at areas like the exhaust vents, those are going to be in the 90s, mid 90s. You know, after, you know, prolonged hours of use, those are going to, you know, probably get up into, you know, about the 100-degree level. But, you know, that's actually normal. You know, you want those exhaust vents, you know, pulling out all that heat from inside the computer. So those temps are average and actually a little bit below average. If you look at the AC adapter, this is a 150 watt AC adapter, and I actually may not have mentioned earlier, but it has an 8-cell battery as well. But the AC adapter is actually not getting that hot. This has been running for about 2 hours now, and you're seeing temperatures right around 100. That's only going to increase by maybe another 10 degrees or so, you know, with even more hours of being on. Hopefully that gives you, you know, a different perspective into the temperature on this G75. Okay, the next thing we wanted to show you here was just sort of what the inside of this G75 looks like. The back panel is really easy to get off. It's just one screw there at the top, and you know, ASUS has made it really easy to access, you know, important core components that are fairly easy to upgrade. Starting at the top, those are your two hard drive bays. On this system, it does have dual 750 gig, 7200 RPM drives. Making our way down here, this is one of the three 4 gigabyte RAM sticks. This does have 4 DIMMs. The other 2 DIMMs are located under the keyboard, and so you can actually put you know, two RAM sticks there. There's just one because this has you know, just 12 gigs in it. But if you wanted to you know, upgrade 16 gigs, that's something we could do for you. And you know, it's fairly inexpensive. I think getting, you know, an extra 4 gigs is something right around $20 or something like that. So very inexpensive, and we can do it for you. Making our way over here, this is, you can see the heat sink sort of running out of there. That's your CPU. This does have that 3610 quad mobile in it. You know, before on the G74s, it was a lot harder to access your CPU, and there's actually all 4 DIMMs were located under here. So it's kind of nice that they made that a little bit easier to access. Making our way towards the top, this is your battery here. You don't have to remove that back cover, of course, to get access to this. This does have 2 dual fans, and as you'll notice, they have these sort of dust covers on them, which is nice. And actually, here in just a second, when we show you what comes in the box, you actually get 2 more replacements for these. So you can actually replace these, or if you want to, you can take them out and clean these. And it's something nice that we're only seeing ASUS do. And they give you an extra pair as well. There's the second vent cover, and this is really easy to access. Just has a panel that pops in there and just 1 screw and pop it off. So if you need to clean your vents, it's just 2 panels, 2 screws, and you can pop those off and clean those. So hopefully that gives you some perspective of what the inside of this G75 looks like. Okay, we just wanted to show you really quick what all came in the box when you get this G75 shipped to you. This is the DS71 model, like we had mentioned. So it does come with the nicely branded ASUS backpack that also has the Rogue Republic of Gamers logo on there. It comes with an optical mouse, and it's actually a really nice optical mouse that they're just throwing in for free. Of course, if you do get the RS72 version, it's not going to come with the backpack and mouse, but those are you can always add those on if you get that particular model. In the box here, we'll go ahead and pull it open for you. Your AC adapter is going to be down here on the left, tucked in there, and then over here on the right, your battery is going to be up here. We of course don't have it in there right now. It's still in the laptop from the review. Down here is your power cord for your AC adapter, and then one thing to note is these extra dust covers for your fans. It's nice that ASUS is throwing those in there for you, and it's important to keep your laptop clean and functionally running, and they give you some extra ones, which is really nice. So that's just what comes in the box. Obviously the laptop is located under here. Yeah, that's how it comes shipped to your door. Thank you for watching XOTIC PC's video review of the new ASUS G75. This is the DS71 version. We hope you enjoyed the review. Definitely let us know if you have any comments or questions below here on our YouTube channel. And swing on over to XOTICPC.com. That's XOTICPC.com, and check out the new G75 from ASUS. Some last points. If you don't like the white LED of the keyboard, that's again something we can customize for you, like we showed you earlier in the review. And of course, check out our new LED Afterburner customization option as well. We do pride ourselves on all of our customization options, so definitely swing on over to XOTICPC.com and check those out. Thank you again for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the review.